Hello Yu-Gi-Oh fans. My name is Grant Williams, a professional basketball player for the Charlotte Hornets, and I don't know if many of you guys know this, but I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Not only just Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel, but the anime I watched continuously growing up and something that I will even play live. The way I got into Yu-Gi-Oh was started off by watching the show. I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan. My brothers were hyper competitive. Both my older brother Gilbert and my older brother Gabon, we always had something where we had to choose what our favorite was. So when we first started watching the show, Gilbert, of course, older brother, chose Yugi. And then Gabon, who was the middle child, chose Kaiba, as you guys probably would understand. And then I got Joey. And I was a big Joey fan, not only just from how he communicated in the show, but also because he had, in my opinion, one of the best decks with the Red Eyes and Red Eyes Black Dragon. So that's where it all started for me. I was younger at the time, and then my favorite show was actually Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I fell in love with Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Heroes were, as you know, as a kid growing up, I was big into anything hero. The duel that I remember most in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is when I got my butt kicked by a Trap Tricks deck. It reminded me of how much there was a skill gap in Yu-Gi-Oh! At my time then. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to learn all the decks possible. Or maybe I just need to read the cards so I know exactly what they're doing. And then eventually I was like, all right, so I'm back into this, and I found out what my niche was. And I'm a big Dark Magicians player. I'm a big time hero player. And as Master Duels goes, I continue to grow and try new decks because there's always a new deck to be able to play, and there's always something new to learn. It's something that I love about Master Duel. The platform I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel on is iOS typically, whether it's my iPad or my iPhone, just because it's the most convenient way of playing. I was able to play not only on the plane, I was able to play on the busted games, whether I was at the game, and it allowed me to use my mental to really stay locked in and get engaged, because when you have to focus on Master Duel and understand what cards you need to summon, what cards you need to play, what cards you need to pull from your deck, it's really, really engaging, and it's something that I was able to do prior to games to make me fuel to have my best performance. And then now I started to play more on Steam because I have a new PC that I'm starting to game on and do streams on, so I'm excited to be able to play on Steam and be able to connect with the community, whether it's through Discord, whether it's through the app, and just be able to try new decks and continue to compete on Master Duel. My strategy when dueling is all about attack. It's all out. I want to be able to have the best monster on the field and to be able to win, honestly, by taking all of your life points. I don't really like playing traps. I don't really like playing spell decks. I'm more of a aggressive, if I'm playing a spell, it's to support and to do something that is allowing me to either boost my attack points, or whether it's pulling a card from my deck just to be able to continue the attack with the monsters, whether it's through summoning, whether it's through synchro, whether it's through link, and having different options to be able to have success. I prefer casual play just because it allows me to have more conversation with my friends. However, the reason why I love competitive play is because it shows you all the different decks that are able to be played at a high level, but also it allows you to really understand where you stand in the game. And that's something that always, for me as a competitor, I always want to improve, I always want to be the best. And I have ways to go, but there's a mix of I want to be the best at it, but also a mix of there's heart in the cards and the cards that I want to play. So that's why I think the mix of casual and competitive play is very, very helpful. The deck that I'm currently using right now is Dark Magician. As you guys know, it's one of my favorite decks. Able to not only have a lot of attack, but also, have support if you need it. I'm still learning other decks. I wanted to learn Labyrinth. That's the next deck, so I'm going to try to learn and play. And I'm a big hero deck guy as well. Those are my three decks that I feel like I will be confident in learning how to play. The decks that I'm super excited to try out, honestly, Millennium Exodia. I'm getting able to try that today because not only is it a super sick deck that allows you to win pretty much immediately, but also it is a deck that brings that nostalgia back as well. Being able to watch the show, Grandpa, I feel like these are all moments of any Yu-Gi-Oh fan's life that really brought them to the show and to the game. So to be able to have that nostalgia while also being able to learn new decks has been very, very helpful. The Master Duel event that I enjoyed the most was, I don't remember the title of the event, but it was a nostalgia event where you got to play old decks and got to play old cards, and there was nothing that you really had to learn. You just had to come back and play the joy of the game. And I think that brought back a lot of fans from not only the nostalgia of their youth, but also just be able to have that competitive leisure play. And I think it allowed new players to be able to learn the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And be able to then step into the next stages and learn more about some of the things, learn more about different options of cards, learn more about different decks. So that was my favorite event. It was also at a time where I had stepped away from the game for a while because I had lost my account, and I, let's just say, committed a lot of my funds back then because I was a big, and as you all know, and fortunate to be an NBA player, and I was able to compete at a high level from the beginning. So now I've built it back up the right way, and now I'm starting to compete and grind, and it's been very, very exciting. My favorite monster will and will always be Karibo. I think that's part of the reason because of the TV show. That was my show growing up. It's the one that I grew up coming home from school or really waking up early in the morning, just be able to watch. And it is honestly the best version, in my opinion. My second favorite monster besides Karibo is Red Eyes Black Dragon, and then Elemental Hero Neos, and Elemental Hero Clayman, Bersenatrix, Wingman, all those, because just I was a big GX fan, and that entire deck is something that I would always continue to play. The theme that I'm most fond of outside of the decks that I love to play is the tune, because I love the whole, really the idea of Toon World and how the deck is played. It's super exciting. It might be, some people don't enjoy it because they say it's a ripoff of other cards or whatever else, but I'm a big fan of it because it's a new version. It's kind of like a variant, and it allows you to play your favorite cards and have a different theme. And I very much so enjoy Toon, and it's one of my favorite decks to play out as well. If I could hang out with any character from the verse, honestly, I'd still choose Jaden, just because of his charisma, his passion for cards, and how we all got started. I think he got started the same way I did. You know, we were fans of Yugi, and it's something that brought us to the game. He's hyper competitive, and also my favorite color is red. So all those things add up. So Jaden would be my pick. And to all the fellow Yu-Gi-Oh fans, I just want to say, not only thank you for you guys' support in my life, but also thank you for giving me a reason to have a level of joy. It's something that I can turn on no matter it's been 25 years, 20 years, 26 years of my life. And I could go back and watch the old anime and Yu-Gi-Oh! I could watch Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, I could watch 5Ds, I could play the games on my old Nintendo DS. These things are all so nostalgic for me. And now Master Duel has given me a new adaptation to really learn more about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm super excited for Championship Series. I'm super excited to now connect with the Yu-Gi-Oh! fans, because your community has been so welcoming to me that hopefully I can do the same and hopefully teach you guys a little bit, whether it's about sport, whether it's about things outside of sport, whether it's about just life in general. And hopefully we can stay connected, and I can compete with you guys day to day, and you'll see me on stream doing that. Thank you all for watching. I'm super excited and hopeful that you guys connect with my origin story with Master Duel. Also, be sure to not miss Road to Worlds 2025. It's something that I feel like is going to be a blast, and it's going to be something that is going to allow us to see who the best duelers are. So good luck to all the 2025 World Championship competitors, and I hope to be able to see you guys not only at the events, but hopefully online and globally. So see you in Master Duel, and it's time to duel.